Brian Walshe was sentenced in his art fraud trial. He is the man accused of murdering his wife Anna at their home in Cohasset last year. Our NBC 10's Eli Rosenberg joining us live outside federal court with today's sentencing details. Eli.
Priscilla, important to note this is totally unrelated to that murder charge. Federal prosecutors calling this a multi-year art fraud scheme that really did span the globe. In the end, in a hearing this afternoon, a judge sentencing Brian Walshe to 3 years and 1 month in prison. You saw him in court today for one of the first times. What was that like to see him?
Brian Walshe's mother with nothing to say as she left federal court. Her son, Brian Walshe, appearing in court, not in connection with the murder of his wife for which he is charged, rather to be sentenced for his involvement in a multi-year art fraud.
It is a bit unusual to be facing both federal and state charges and have those federal charges or the state charges go to sentencing.
Walshe learning his fate after pleading guilty to crimes centered around 2 Andy Warhol paintings. All this,
a hacksaw, a hatchet, and some cutting shears.
Separate from this. Walshe facing charges he killed his wife Anna Walshe on New Year's Day, then lied to police about her whereabouts. Prosecutors in this case accuse Walshe of dismembering and disposing her body. He remains in jail on those charges. Now, as for this art fraud case, Walshe is accused of convincing a friend in South Korea to let him sell the friend's 2 Warhol paintings, the art valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Walshe, though, accused of selling 2 fake versions of Warhol's shadows for $80,000. That prompted an FBI investigation into Walshe, a guilty plea on this, and ultimately Tuesday's sentencing of 3 years and 1 month in prison.
It gives the court, now this is a federal court, but it gives the government the chance to hold him in the event that there are problems with respect to the prosecution for the murder of his wife.
And things this afternoon just a little different considering this murder charge. First of all, as soon as the hearing wrapped up, Walshe was returned to state custody. And this judge did say that Walshe will serve the 37 months concurrently or at the same time as any prison time he gets on that state murder charge. We're live outside the federal courthouse. Eli Rosenberg, NBC 10 Boston.